This is biophilia. Now, biophilia stemmed from this need and want. Now, light is only visible when it touches something, and light therefore touches the surface around us, and surfaces around us generally sit within these four walls, ceilings and floors. However, light is all around us. It's penetrating through the atmosphere into this experience, and yet we don't witness light in a three-dimensional space. So I got fascinated by understanding, how do you pull light through a three-dimensional space, just like it's literally happening in our ecosystems around us, but then also connected to it. Because if our nervous systems, just because of exactly the reason of biophilic design, our nervous systems don't connect with plastic. It only connects with certain materialities. And so therefore the materiality of biophilia was so important to me, and I wanted it to, when you looked at it, to have that essence of looking into a candle flame and being transfixed. And wool gives you that transfixion. You want to look at the wavelengths, you want to watch the light pulsate through, just like watching a murmuration of starlings, a flickering of a candle flame. We want to bring people into that hypnotization of their primal state. And if I can do that through the focus of meditation, of looking at the light interplay within trees, and I think the best thing about this design is the fact that it literally weaves itself within nature. And I don't like to be able to have to create external hanging points or external mechanisms to hang something. Why don't we use nature within itself and actually use this idea of light and looking at nature in a completely different way? Like, we only really understand trees by lights, the sun in the sky hitting down on it, and sometimes we uplight a tree, and suddenly when you uplight a tree, you have all of these different shadows and curves and crevices that you'd never have been aware of, but then something intertwines, it almost dances, and it almost wants to make love to the tree. Then you see this tree in a whole new way, and you feel so much more connected to it. So not only are you connecting to yourself because you're watching the light penetrate through the wavelengths, through the tree, but you're also allowing nature to be integrated within you. And this is a dynamic art installation that changes its shape and form depending on the environment, depending what the trees are, depending what the structure or the framework is around it. And it is a language, I suppose, and the language speaks what it is trying to communicate. And this one is based around circadian rhythm, and this is all about taking us into that transcendental kind of moment of relaxation, into our circadian mode, into the evening. But it also can be a language for other colors and other wavelengths communicating a different language.